we've never given up, and I think it's a big reward for the effort that we delivered all through the season, and we are all aware about the situation. It's massive opportunity for all of us, and we want to make everything to make it happen.
When you came to this club quite some time ago now, could you have imagined that this would have been the journey you'd have taken to this prestigious final?
It's difficult to believe or to expect what is going to happen. The best example is after the final of the Euro with France, when we lost. We could not expect to win the World Cup 2 years later, and even more when I won the World Cup with the national team. I could not expect to be involved in the Champions League final 1 year later. There is always something ahead of you that is difficult to predict. But the only way to be ready is to have the good attitude every day, to be ready to work, to be ready to improve, to open your mind, to question yourself, and to be ready for the big moment.
You're one of the players who has big match experience. You played in the World Cup final. Are you going to share some of your thoughts and your experiences with the players ahead of the game?
Yeah, but I'm not worried. Final, you need emotion, you need passion. Of course, you need a little bit of experience, but I think the particularity of this final is that we've had 3 weeks to prepare, so we had time to prepare our mind, our mental, our bodies, the tactical plan. We had time to do everything, and I think we could not prepare the game as good as we did, and we've done, and that's the most important thing, to be ready for the level of the Champions League final.
And how different do you think it'll be for a World Cup final? Because this is kind of your job, this is your club, whereas playing for your country is rather different. I'd just like to ask you to compare the two.
It's impossible to compare. When you play for your national team or when you play for the club, the only thing that you can link is the importance of the trophy. Is World Cup or the Champions League is probably the major trophy that you can play for. All the players, it belongs to all the players' dream, no? To be involved in a Champions League final or World Cup final. And after 7 years in the club, I think it's a massive opportunity for all the work that we've done together. 5 years with the Gaffer, and when I say 7 years, I think Jan, we signed the same year. I mean, we work every day to be ready one day for this moment, and now the most difficult is ahead of us. Now is to win the final, but we will be ready in our mind to make it.
Hugo, when Mauricio walked through the door 5 years ago this week, did you think he was a manager of this calibre that would lead you into these Champions League finals?
Yes, definitely yes. I don't know about Champions League, about Premier League, I don't know, but from the day one, I believed in his football approach, in his philosophy. He's brought so much ideas and energy into the club. I think him and his staff, they've created a real identity, and that's the most important thing in football, because in a good or bad period, you always stick with your basics and your fundamental, and he helped every day the players, no, to improve and